And Chris wrote, "This shit frying me mud."
That was Damiel says that, so I had to put it down there.
Like when like something you can't understand.
It's just it would be like it's cracking me up, and mud is like a term of endearment.
That's so funny.
My mud is like you're my mud.
Like
can
my
you
slime?
Will you add Damiel to this channel?
Yeah.
And text him and tell him to add stuff.
Yep.
Yummy crack.
You could put them like left breast too, like just like a one line, like right here, small.
Yeah,
like just that.
Yeah.
Like that would be fine.
That's the plan. Is like not a huge. It's not going to be like I have a gun and I'm schizophrenic. It's going to be more like a chest piece or like a breast.
Yeah. On like a great
deal.
blank.
Oh, we should talk about current events because it's popping off right now.
What's going on?
We're winning.
Really?
We're winning. We got Vivek fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got fired. He did get fired.
He's done. Yeah.
What happened? I like people say I have hand holding this, or I'd rather say, why don't we let it explain it? Because everybody's a fucking political theorist. I've read comments where there's like, man, Nick needs so much fucking hand holding on this shit. Or how about we can start from fucking square one like humans? You fucking political.
Nick is a
mayonnaise brain car salesman like everybody else that listens to this fucking show.
Nick is a craftsman, and he's an enjoyer of the arts, and he's not a political dweeb.
Yeah.
So take it easy.
Yeah. Cheers on you. You fucking like I mean
you know everything.
Yeah. You know got it all down pat.
I'll explain it like
you're
you're five.
Tough neo-Nazi.
I'll explain it. Listen, I'll give it straight from the Nazi's mouth here.
Yeah.
So Vivek went on Twitter. What a fucking idiot, man. All he had to do was not.
Yeah.
When you see people just tear their own face off and show the blood and teeth when they don't have to.
Yeah, just keep it up.
Just be quiet.
Do your job.
You don't even have to do your job. You could just sit in a room and do nothing.
Yeah.
But I think I know when you start getting clout and you feel like people are hanging on your every word, you feel like you're the man and you get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
And that can either destroy you or you tamp it down and get control of it. But ego is like water. We need a little bit to survive, but too much and we drown. And Vivek, I think being a true nerd in high school, and if you're a nerd and you have something, you've got something that you're passionate about that you can pour your intellect into and create a pursuit for yourself and get fulfillment out of, then you're good to go. But if you're a nerd and you just want to be popular, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's never done, his claim to fame is that he started this company where I'm paraphrasing it and I'm butchering it, but he bought some failed pharmaceutical thing.
Yeah.
Can we look up?
He bought it.
Go to ChatGPT.
He did a rug pull, right?
And type this out. Give me a short explanation. The nicotine's making me sick. 1 second. It's also healing me. Hold on.
It's making my spine strong. As I know it, is he rug pulled he bought like a back end.
He did some shithead
stock.
move. He did some like some.
He paid a doctor to like approve a
piece
second
of shit. Just scam.
Like those things I used to buy. Remember?
Sophisticated scam.
Level 2 approval. FDA approval. We're in second round of FDA approval.
Oh, the stock. You mean the stocks?
I used to buy? Like
yeah.
Avarind, Eye Care, and Pharma. Oh God,
I remember Satyam. You recommended Satyam, and I didn't buy it, and it it went up like 20x after you recommended.
It was on like message boards on
Sega
Yahoo
Technologies.
He acquired a failed company, and this is a PC. He found some piece of shit corpse on the ground, and he saw there was some meat in it, and he saw some other vultures looking at it, and he decided to dress it up in a pageant gown.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably what happened. That's paraphrasing it, and that's without any knowledge of the situation. But I thought of it, so that's what happened. Source: I thought it up.
I thought it up just now, and that's exactly how his life was. That's what he was thinking, and that's what happened.
So he's not an inventor. He's not a let's start running this podcast through the RX11 mouth declick as well, please, because I'm not hydrated. The nicotine's it's making me ascend, but it's also making me sick to my stomach.
You should talk about it like it's like you're a yoga woman.
Oh, it's okay. I'm feeling vibrations right now, and I'm channeling something that's in my gut.
I'm still centered, and I think that everything in moderation. It's all about balance.
Cut the spit noise. Make it do a horn sound, please. Okay. I'm balanced now. Don't worry. I'm good to go. So he's not a nerd that's passionate about something. He's not a nerd that has a focus that he can hone to get fulfillment from. He's just a nerd that's an opportunistic guy that wants to be popular. He wants money. He wants to not be Indian as well. Okay. He wants to not be Indian. Let's just say that. And listen, I don't hate Indians. I don't even dislike Indians. They don't belong here, but I don't dislike them. And there's plenty of things you can do if you're Indian. First of all, get strong. There are strong Indians. That's a cool thing you can pursue. You can do the club exercises. You can get those big mallets.
Yeah.
You can do slap wrestling.
You can do the pole thing.
That's a respectable thing, okay? If you're Indian, get some muscle, get a linen shirt, have 1 or 2 buttons undone, get a mustache, okay? Get some dignity, some self-respect, pursue your Indianness. Don't try to be American because it's not working,
Yeah,
all right?
It's a tough flex.
It's a hard slot to fill. So Vivek's one of these guys. He just wants more than anything to not be Indian, which I feel sorry for him. But he went on Twitter and he let anytime somebody that's like a grub, like an outsider grub that doesn't belong, starts to champion American values, no matter how flimsily or misconstrued they are in the way that they do that, they become like the darling of the Republican establishment. Oh my God, there's a black guy who likes guns. And I understand it's heartening. It's heartening when there's a black guy that's that wants to pursue American values. That's fine.
Like
okay.
sowers or something.
But it's also just like a play fantasy. Because it's statistically not a real thing that happens.
Right. It's anecdotal bullshit.
It's anecdotal bullshit. And so Vivek, he got lost in the sauce. He became addicted to this. Anytime he tweets something where he says some glop and then follows it with "because America is the best country," all the Republican establishment, they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's true. We can have a nation of principles and it'll work." All that shit.
Yeah.
And so he tweeted, sorry, I'm rambling. I got to learn how to stop rambling. It might just be that I have holes in my brain. Did you see the thing about Redditors having holes in their brain?
No.
Can you
bring up that Reddit link?
Can you Google search Redditor holes in brains?
Oh no.
There was a thing where someone posted their MRI. Oh yeah.
Yo. What the fuck is that, dude? That's a tumor.
It's like
God.
People were like, I got an MRI for some sinus thing, and the doctors discovered that I'm actually missing part of my brain is deactivated.
I bet you it's a fucking parasite eating brain matter from eating ass.
No, I feel like a lot of these guys aren't even popular enough to eat the nastiest ass. I think it's just from it's straight up fluoride and seed oil. It's the modernity diet genetic enhancement program that everybody's on without their consent.
All right, this is where you stop rambling.
Sorry, Chris.
No,
so Vivek gets fired.
Vivek gets he goes on Twitter. He says this thing that's very anti-American people. That's basically telling Americans that the reason they're failing is because they're not trying hard enough. And the context in which they're not trying hard enough is that they're not like these Asian and Indian parents that have their kids studying piano and violin furiously. They're not like pushing their kids like a hard charging immigrant ambition. That's why Americans failed. Too many sleepovers, too many TV shows, too much jock behavior, not enough hard piano lessons. That's why Americans are failing. and it's justifiable that they're being replaced by Indians. Essentially, is what he said.
He got fired for that.
He got fired. He got fired because that was a bad thing to tweet.
That was bad.
But the timing of it, I mean, he could have said this 2 years ago and it would have slipped right under. But the timing of it, I mean, was bad timing. People were ready to react. My video, the Dear Elon video, got probably, I think, over 10 million views across platforms. What's it on YouTube right now? Can we see?
Yeah, it's over 1 million on YouTube for sure.
And
I started at 20 million views on Twitter.
that might have been, that's probably impressions. I think the actual plays,
1.1 mil.
yeah, the actual plays was on Twitter is like over 10 million though.
That's crazy. That's a lot. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's I'm for what it's worth, I am not getting I'm trying not to get lost in the sauce myself. I'm trying to just stay in my lane and only say things with this sort of gravity when I see that they're appropriate to say. Anyway.
So he gets canned from this efficiency
He gets canned from Doge because of the public reaction. Everybody on Twitter was shitting on this guy. Like not thousands, tens of thousands, probably over 100,000 people. Like every post that was shitting on Vivek or Elon was getting 50K likes, 100K likes. It was blowing up. And Elon had to change the algorithm so that these things stopped getting as many likes. He changed the way the website works.
Again.
The one time, the first time. Okay. I don't know to what extent or if he's done it again, but that means that we broke your website. That's what it means.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that he's not going to be able to walk away from it and flip it. He did a pretty good job with the Rotherham diversion, which also does require attention. I mean, that is a thing that people need to
rape gangs.
I call it voting. I say you vote someone in the head with a hammer. You have to vote peacefully, but that has to be addressed somehow. That's like a generational crime. So Elon will walk away unscathed or something, not unscathed, but he'll still be okay. But I think Vivek's done.
He's running for governor of Ohio.
Yeah.
I hope Ohio's like in my opinion, Ohio's like the flower of the United States right now. And if it's not handled, if it's mishandled, like Atlanta was years ago. Yeah. Like Atlanta could have been like a non-alcohol driven thing where like it could have been like a New York of the South.
It could have been a hot city.
Yes. And it failed. It got too high on its horse.
When we were there, it was on the upward trajectory.
You could feel it.
Yeah.
There was like energy. There was like good ideas. All the civil engineering was kind of coming right. There was like talks of like water, blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
Sure.
It just had a lot of heat. You could feel it.
It had heat, yeah.
And Ohio's got the same heat. And if it's mishandled, and Ohio's very trucker focused, American, like good prices. So the people of Ohio need to really, really make sure they pick the right person there, because if that goes in some bad way, that'll be very sad. That'll be a big miss. I
think it'll be fine. I think we're winning. And even if Vivek becomes the governor of Ohio, I think his time as a star is over.
I like the idea of an efficiency thing, though. I really love that.
Me too.
Like a government, because that's really what it is.
Yeah.
But what they're going to have to do, and I'd like to see how Trump's going to handle it, is how do you handle union overspending? The Chinese civil engineering projects that go 10 times cheaper and 20 times faster. How are we going to do that from like knocking Joey Barboza off from fucking the dog with all these unions? How are we going to check a union?
I think it'll just be a continuous battle. Yeah. I don't think there's my hunch. I don't think that the union. I don't think spending on infrastructure is what's killing us.
It's but the inefficiency of the spending on infrastructure.
It looks bad. Yeah, it looks bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Healthcare and roads are probably the two, but that's whatever.
I think the physical infrastructure, I don't think it's killing us. I think it's just bad.
Okay.
And I think it's a fixable. In general, the main thing is the attitude, and it's these entrenched here's my take on it. I think the union guys, I think that guys that work with their hands, even if they're scammy and are looking for as much money as possible, I don't think they're very high on the ladder of parasites who are bleeding us dry.
Okay.
I think they're like that can wait 50 years. It could also just never be addressed and things will still run fine.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What about hospitals?
So
you give that under 2%.
Healthcare's bad. Healthcare's a bad one.
Like stitches costing $9,000. You know, somewhere someone pays. You know, you break a finger and someone's getting billed somewhere insurance, and they're like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
you know that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's a bad one. I mean, a lot of this stuff is like contingent upon illegals. It's like having these people that they're basically they exist off of the money of the productive class.
So that's just all. Like hospitals can say this, and you have to give it clout. They say, "Do you know how much work we have to do for free for nameless and
Correct,
faceless?"
Yeah, they have to do all the work for free. It's like they
send a bill to like nobody. There's like a car accident, some like illegal Mexican guy comes in like pissed drunk, and they have to sew his head back together for free.
The illegals are the cancer, are the biggest cancer.
Okay,
that have to go, and the parasites who are entrenched in academia and basically every field. The people that
the university academia.
Yeah.
That's and the Warhawk types. You don't think the?
I mean,
I guess foreign aid and all those. But I think Trump does see through that. I think he's got his eye on that, like the the world withdrawing from the WHO and all that shit.
Well, his last presidency, we didn't have any major conflicts, did we? During the first term,
just like war.
Yeah. What was popping off?
Let's see. Let's ask chat.
Yeah, we had the Las Vegas shootings. That was the major war.
Yeah, I don't know. But what were we starting off on here? Oh, Vivek getting canned. So that's interesting. And then the second thing is what's the new AI thing? Can you type it? Can you in Chat GPT? Type what's the new Russian AI thing?
Okay, good. I'm glad you brought that. You see the Japanese guy give the $500 billion investment for OpenAI?
Yeah, SoftBank. Yeah,
SoftBank.
Yeah,
it goes faster. For what?
SoftBank, didn't they? I think they invested in Boston Dynamics too.
Yes.
Can you type in how much did SoftBank spend on Boston Dynamics?
SoftBank's just the worst banker. They're like, oh man, that's so cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. A dog doing flips. 100 million. It's enough for them to write another fake, make another fake video of a guy jumping off some scaffolding.
a CG robot doing parkour.
Whoa, dude, that's so cool.
Hell yeah. All right, type what's the new Russian AI thing, ... It starts with deep something. Deep fake AI. ... It might not be Russian. It might be Chinese. I don't know.
Oh,
type
cool.
that.
I gotta start using this.
You got to use Chat GPT.
Apparently I do.
Yeah. It's actually extremely useful.
Now, what is that?
Deep mind. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds like something you would say to a California girl to fuck her.
Type in why are people talking about deep mind causing the share price of Nvidia to collapse? I think they made some AI thing that doesn't require tons of hardware.
Oh, they folded it. They learn how to write on the back and the inside of the data.
Is it DeepMind? The fuck is it?
Oh, Google owns DeepMind.
DeepMind might not even be what I'm thinking of.